Hi, thanks for joining us. This presentation is intended to provoke the way you think. It's intended to challenge you, to make you question the way you've been looking at the future of your organization, the future of your company, the relationship that you'll have with customers in the future. It's a talk that's intended to make you think again about the way you and your organization are preparing for the future. This is not a highly motivational talk. This is not a talk that's going to get you laughing, but it is a talk that's going to provide some very useful insights that anyone who wants to be in business in the future should consider today. The title of this talk is Service Encounters of the Third Kind. Now, I know it's a little bit like the movie title, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. And that was done intentionally. Because in the movie, Close Encounters, if you recall, at the end of the movie, the spaceship comes and the people are lifted up and they go off into outer space. It all becomes a bit vague, a bit funny, not quite sure how to follow. Well, perhaps the same is true in this talk. By the time we get to a service encounter of the third kind, you'll find we're stepping into uncharted territory, but important territory that we look at together. Now, before I talk to you in detail about service encounters of the third kind, let's pause and step back and take a look at product encounters. Now, if you'll look at product and the history of the development of physical product, there have been a series of paradigm shifts over the years. Many, many years ago, you were lucky. It was good just to get a product that worked. You wanted a product that wouldn't break, a product that could do the job. But then the paradigm shifted. And people expected to have a product that worked, but now they wanted something more. Not just a product that worked, but really an exquisite product that worked. And this was the era when we saw not just people building product, but you saw real craftsmen, real experts, like a fine Swiss watch. Not just a timepiece, but a really elegant, finely crafted product. And then the paradigm shifted again. Because as more consumers emerged and more people wanted those fine products, it wasn't just a question of having one or two that were exquisite. Now we had to be exquisite and also produce high volume. And so the master would create a shop, and there would be a guild, and there would be apprentices and journeymen, and the volume increased and the quality stayed high. And then the paradigm shifted again. And now we needed and wanted not only excellent quality, not only lots of them, but at high speed. And so we saw the emergence of factories and time motion studies that could produce outstanding quality product in high volume and at high speed. And then the paradigm shifted again. And the factories not only had to produce excellent product at high speed, but also with very, very low waste. The productivity had to go higher for the factory as a whole. So we can see by looking at product that there have been paradigm shifts from the past to the recent past to today, and we can even imagine what's coming in the future. Now let's shift gears and not so much talk about product, let's talk about service. Because this talk is going to take you on a little tour from a service encounter of the first kind. We're going to move to a service encounter of the second kind, and then finally step up to service encounters of the third kind, and maybe there's even something beyond that. We'll see. But let's start at the beginning. Let's go back to the basic foundation here with service encounters of the first kind.